Hello, I welcome you once again to today's lesson. My name is Paul Williams of Virginia. Today we have science for basic 4. But it is not only for basic 4. Listen, this topic is for you. Whether you are in basic 4 or you are not in basic 4. Whether you are a student, you are not a student. Whether you are a learner, you are not a learner. We are going to learn about something that we use every day. We use it in the house, when you go to school, outside, classroom. In fact, it is used everywhere. And if you understand this thing, it will help you a lot. So please pay attention. Today the topic, no, wait. I've mentioned my name, I didn't mention your name. Go to the comment section and write down your name. If you're a learner, just let me know where you attend school, the name of your school, and where you are watching me from. Okay, so what is the topic? The topic is here. How to make water safe for use. That is the topic. You see, this one is not only for basic 4. It's for all of us. Let's look at it again. How to make water safe for use. So today's lesson is about water. Who doesn't drink water? Who doesn't use water? Can you stay without drinking water for a whole day, 2 days, 3 days, and you think you'll still survive? Water is so important that we can't live without it. We use water every day. But today we are going to look at how to make it safe for us to use. Do you understand it? Okay, so let's look at the keywords. So the keywords that we have here, this is alum. The next one is chlorine. And then we have polluted. Waterborne disease. So these are the words that we are going to see. Alum is a chemical or a substance that is put into dirty water. It separates or it purifies the water. Chlorine too, the same thing. But the difference between these two is that for alum, it separates the dirt. It separates what? The dirt from the clean water and make the water clean as well. So all the dirt will go to the bottom and then the top part will be clean one for you to use. But it doesn't kill germs. Alum doesn't kill germs. But with the chlorine, 1, it will kill all germs. 2, it will also purify the water. It will make it clean. So that is what you should do. You should know. Alum is used to purify water, chlorine too is used to purify water. But the difference is that one kills germs, the other does not kill germs. Alum doesn't kill germs, but chlorine kills germs, apart from purifying the water or making it clean. The next one is polluted. If something is polluted, it means it is contaminated. It contains dirt, it contains some particles that makes it harmful. So if you say water is polluted, or if water is polluted, it means the water contains some particles that make it unclean. The next word is waterborne diseases. You know, sometimes we get diseases from different places, but the disease that we get when we drink polluted water that contains germs, water that is dirty. If you drink water, if you use water that is dirty, that is contaminated, water that is polluted, water that is not safe, and you get disease, that disease is called waterborne disease. So waterborne diseases, we are talking about diseases that we get after using or when we use polluted water, when we use contaminated water. If the water is clean and you use it, you will not get any waterborne disease. But if it is dirty, if it is polluted, that is where we get waterborne disease. So these are the terms or the words that we are going to see in the lesson. Now, if you want to cook, drink, wash, bath, and clean the floor, where do you get water from? The place where we get water from, or the place where we get water, is called the source of water. In our community, there are many sources of water. Some of the sources of water are in the pictures below. So yes, we use water in the house to do so many things. We use water for bathing. We use water for cooking food. We use water for washing. We use water for mopping the floor. We use water for drinking. We use water for doing so many things. But where do we get water? So the places where we get water from, these places are called sources of water. So let me ask you, what is the source of water that you use? The source of water that you use every day. The water that you use, what's the source of it? Where do you get the water from? You go to the riverside to fetch water. Then it means river is a source of water. Where do you get your water? You harvest the rainwater, right? When it is raining, you put bucket and bowls there, and then you collect it. Okay, so that one too is a source of water. What about you? Oh, you have a well in your house where you put buckets, you draw water from it. Then it means well too is a source of what? Water. Yes. Okay, you too, you have pipe in your house. Okay, so that is what? Pipe-borne water. So where we get water from, we call these places sources of water. Now let's look at some here. Have you seen it? So this is well. You put the bucket inside and then you draw some. Have you seen this? This is borehole. It's another source of water. You hold this side and you press it like this. And you see the water will be flowing out from here. Okay. Another source of water is what? Rainwater. Rainwater. When it rains, we get water. So we put bowls, buckets here, and the rain will fall into it. Now, okay, the next one, this is river. River, you go to the riverside, especially when you go to farm, you go to the bush and we need water to drink, to cook. We go to river, nearby river to fetch water. We have other sources of water. Please, we have other, these are not all the examples. We have other sources of water. The sea is part. The sea is part. Pipe-borne is also part, and others. Okay. Now let's come here. Water from these sources is useful in our daily lives. Our health is affected when we drink water that is not safe or purified. So what we are saying is that if the water from these sources are not safe and we use it, we drink it, we will fall sick. The diseases that we get from water, the diseases are called waterborne diseases. So if you use dirty water, if you drink dirty water, you will fall sick, you will get disease, and these diseases are called waterborne diseases. So let's look at examples of waterborne diseases. We have cholera, diarrhea, dysentery, typhoid fever, E. coli infection, and others when we drink polluted water. So when you drink polluted water, these are the diseases that we will get, and these diseases are waterborne diseases. So if I ask you to mention examples of waterborne diseases, at least you should be able to give me 3. Now let's look at them once again. Waterborne diseases. These are diseases that we get when we use polluted water, when we drink polluted water. So not only drinking, if you use it to prepare food, if you bath in water that is contaminated, we will get waterborne diseases. So they are what? Cholera is one, diarrhea another disease, dysentery another disease, typhoid fever, E. coli infection, and others are examples of waterborne diseases. Okay, so these diseases kill people all the time. Listen, don't think that if you get this disease, that is all. You can be you can take medicine and other things for you to be recovered. If you are not careful, you will die. So to avoid the adverse effects of drinking unsafe or contaminated water, we need to drink potable or good drinking water. So for you not to get all these diseases that I've mentioned, the waterborne diseases, what you need to do is that use clean water, use quality water, use purified water, use potable water. So potable water, we are talking about clean water. Potable water, we are talking about what? Clean water. Okay, so that is what you should use. You have to use potable water, right? Okay. Now, what will help you know that this water is clean? This water is not clean. So we are going to look at qualities of good drinking water. So these things will help you know that the water that you are drinking is good, is safe, is potable. So pay attention. If you don't pay attention, you drink contaminated water and you get waterborne disease. So let's look at the qualities of a good drinking water. So qualities of good drinking water or qualities of potable water. 1. Good drinking water has no color. It is colorless. So good drinking water has no color. If you have water and you see that the water has color, it tells you that the water is not quality, it's not pure, it is not potable, because potable water, clean water, good water or good drinking water has no color. So if you are given something like water but you can see that it has color, don't drink it as water. The next one, good drinking water has no taste. It is tasteless. So water has no taste. It is not like Fanta. It is not like malt. It is not like Tampico. It is not like Sobolo. It is not like this fruit juice or drinks. It has no taste. Water has no taste. It is tasteless. Okay, the next one, it has no smell or odor. That is, it is odorless. So if you smell it, you don't smell any scent. There is no scent. It doesn't have any scent. So it is odorless. Okay, the next one, good drinking water is free from solid particles. So you see, if you have water and you see solid particles, stones, sand, some debris and other things in the water, it tells you that the water is not safe for use. So if you get water that contains these particles, what you should understand is that the water is not good for drinking. It is not good for use, depending on what you are using it for. If you are using it to wash your car and it contains sand and other things, fine. If you want to use it, if you are using it to water your plants and it contains some water solid particles and you want to use it, fine. But using it like for drinking, for cooking, for bathing, it can enter into the body and you have these effects or these waterborne diseases. You may be infected or get these waterborne diseases. So that is what you should know. If water contains solid particles or some particles, you should know that that water is not safe. So good drinking water must be free from solid particles. Okay, the next one is that good drinking water contains no germs. For germs, we can't see with our eyes. They are microorganisms. They cause disease and other things. So for you to see or for you to know that this water is safe or doesn't contain germs, then you have to check where you are getting the water from. And there are ways that we can make or treat water that contains germs. We can treat it for it to become good for us to what? For us to drink. So now we have seen that water must be safe before we drink. The water that we drink should be potable, it should be purified, it should be clean. So clean water or good drinking water has some qualities, and the qualities that we have seen is that 1, water has no color. so it is colorless. Water has no taste, so it is tasteless. Water has no odor, it has no smell or scent, so it is odorless. Water contains no germs, so water has no germs. Clean water contains no germs. And also, clean water is free from solid particles, meaning it does not contain solid particles. So these are the things that you should look out for anytime you are drinking water. So that you not drink water and later on you fall sick. Now, how to make water safe for drinking? So we are going to look at how to make water safe for what? Drinking. Okay. It is important to treat contaminated, polluted or unclean water before drinking it. The following are the ways of treating contaminated water to make it safe and clean for drinking. So if you have water, let's say you fetch water from the river and you want to drink it, you know very well that people go to the river to swim. Others go there to wash. When they wash, the water, the wastewater flows back to the same river, so it pollutes what? The river, the water in the river. So if you fetch water from this place and you want to use it for cooking, you want to use it for bathing, you want to use it for drinking, you need to treat the water. And what are some of the things that you can do to make the water clean for use? That is what we are looking at. The first method that we can use is what? Filtration. The next one is boiling. The next one is addition of iodine tablets. And then we have use of chlorine. And the fifth one, addition of alum. So these are the things that we can do to make water safe or clean for use. Now let's look at them. So filtration of water. What is filtration? We use filter or filter paper or white cloth, and then we pour the dirty water, the dirty or polluted water on it. So the solid particles in it will be trapped by the filter or the white cloth or that material. In the house, our parents use white cloth or clean cloth to do it. So it is used as a filter. The filter or the white cloth separates the solid particles, prevent the solid particles from going into the container. So you pour it and the liquid particles or the liquid components will pass through the cloth into the bowl or the container, but the solid particles will be on top. So that is what we mean by filtration. So this is an example of how filtration is done. If you can see this water is contaminated. There is a bowl here and we have covered the bowl here with a white cloth. So the white cloth will prevent the solid particles in this water from falling or dropping or draining into this. So all the solid particles will be on top, and then we get our liquid or water down here. This is what we call filtration. Now let's come to the next one. Boiling of water. So if you have water, after you have filtered it, we filter to remove the solid particles. What about the germs? As for the germs, you can't see with your eyes, and you can't use white cloth, you can't use filter paper, you can't use any fabric or material to separate them unless you boil the water. If you boil the water, all the germs will die because of the heat. So the next or the other method or other way of making water pure or safe for use is to boil the water. So if you fetch water from the river, please boil it. If you boil it, all the germs in it will die. If you don't boil it and you filter it, fine, the water will be free from solid particles, but the germs in it, if you drink, they will cause different sicknesses and diseases. So what you should know is that after you have filtered the water, make sure you boil the water. The reason is to kill germs. Okay, so this is one thing that you do. You put it on fire and you boil it. Have you seen it? So we boil to kill germs. Boiling doesn't remove the solid particles. Listen, boiling doesn't remove the solid particles. So make sure you use filter paper, white cloth, or some material, any material, to filter it. After that, you boil it to kill the germs. Okay. The next one is addition of iodine tablets. So iodine tablets are used to treat unsafe water by killing bacteria, viruses, and other germs. This makes the water safe for use. So if the water is dirty, is polluted, is contaminated, and you want to use it, you don't want to throw the water away because it is contaminated. You still want to use it. Yes, there is a way that you can make that contaminated water clean for use. And one of them is addition of iodine tablets. So these tablets, they are sold. You go to where they sell these things, you buy, you put it in the water, in the dirty water. Listen, the iodine tablet will kill the germs. After that, it will separate the solid particles from the clean water. So the use of iodine water tablet is very important. It's a chemical that they sell. You buy, you put it in the water, and it will kill the germs. With this one, you don't need to boil it because the chemicals will kill the germs. At the same time, it will separate the dirt from the water. So this is the tablet. And if you look at this, you see, look at how dirty this water is. Now, if you put the tablet in it, it will turn to something like this. So all the dirt will be settled at the bottom, and then you have your clean water, and the germs in the water too will be killed by the iodine. The next one is addition of chlorine. So unsafe or contaminated water contains bacteria, viruses, and other germs. Adding chlorine to the water kills all the germs and make it safe for use. This is chlorine tablet. We have seen iodine tablet, and this is chlorine tablet. This one too is sold. You get this, you put it in your water. The chlorine will make the water purified, or it will purify the water. At the same time, it will kill germs. It will kill all germs in the water. So if you want to treat your water, if you want to treat contaminated water, you just get this chlorine, put it in the water, and the germs will be killed. It will also purify it for you. Okay. The next one is the addition of alum. Alum means aluminium sulfate. So this is also a chemical. We put it in water. But this one, the alum doesn't kill germs. Listen, we have seen iodine tablets, we have seen chlorine. They all kill germs in the water. But alum doesn't kill germs. Alum only separates the solid particles from the liquid. So alum will gather all the solid particles at the bottom, and then you see the clean water will be on top. So listen, if you want to clean your water, you have chlorine, you have alum, you have the next one, iodine. You have iodine tablet, you have chlorine tablet, you have alum. You should know that alum doesn't kill germs, but it can make the water clean for you. Chlorine kills germs, make the water clean. Iodine tablets also kill germs and make the water clean. So these are the things that you need to know, you need to understand. Okay, now let's look at dangers of drinking unsafe water. So if you drink water that is not safe, if you use water that is not safe, what are the things that will happen? The dangers, the things that will happen to you. Before we look at them, so far what have we learned? We have learned about water, where we get water from, sources of water. We have seen that we get water from river, from the sea, from wells, pipe-borne. We get water from the rainwater too, and other sources. We have also learned that water has qualities. Clean water, there are some things that you should know about clean water. That is qualities of good drinking water. And we have seen that good drinking water is colorless, it's odorless, it's tasteless, it has no germs, it has no solid particles. We have also seen examples of waterborne diseases, and we said waterborne diseases are diseases that we get when we use contaminated water. So if the water that you use is clean, you will not get waterborne disease. But if the water that you use is contaminated, that is where you get waterborne disease. And what are these diseases? We have seen that waterborne disease, E. coli is one, cholera is there, diarrhea is there, dysentery is there. Dysentery is also there. So these are some of the examples of what? Waterborne diseases. So these waterborne diseases, we get them when we use contaminated water. I said we have cholera, we have diarrhea, dysentery, E. coli, and then hepatitis. Or this disease. Let's look at it. This disease. Let's look at this disease. Typhoid fever. Yes, typhoid fever. This is what I wanted to mention. Typhoid fever. This disease is very common. In fact, I beg you, make sure you use clean water. Make sure you use clean water all the time. Not only for drinking, but the food that we prepare. Because typhoid fever is rampant. It's so common. If you are not careful, you get it. And if you get typhoid fever, what you go through, the stress, the people that I know who have typhoid fever, in fact, what they are going through is so much. So I'm just pleading with you. If you get typhoid fever, your parents are going to suffer. There is no money. Even if they have money to take care of you, the money alone is not enough. They have to leave their work, spend days, spend time with you all the time. They will be taken you to hospital. Sometimes they have to stay with you in the house. They will carry you from here to other places. You see, the stress is so much. So I'm just pleading with you that the water that we use, we should make sure they are clean, they are safe. Otherwise, you get waterborne diseases. And some of them, if you are not careful, you die. You get some and you die. Do you want to die? I know you don't want to die. So let's try and do our possible best to prevent ourselves from what? Waterborne diseases. And you should know that if you use dirty water, contaminated water, you will get waterborne disease. Now, the next one that we are looking at dangers. The dangers of drinking unsafe water. So if you drink unsafe water, what are the things that will happen? Drinking unsafe water can cause stomach pain. So your stomach, after drinking, you will be holding your stomach. You see, that is what most of the times happens. So don't drink contaminated water. 2, drinking unsafe water can make one vomit. You throw up, you finish eating, and then you start vomiting. You start throwing up. So we don't have to use contaminated water. 3, drinking unsafe water can cause diarrhea. Hey, do you know diarrhea? I always try to stress this. Diarrhea, look at the spelling. So diarrhea, this is how it is spelled. We have O here. Yes, for British spelling, we have O here. American spelling, we don't have O. Any of them. But I have stick to British spelling. So diarrhea, this is how it is written. Okay. So if you drink unsafe water, that is what will happen to you. The next one is that drinking unsafe water can cause a headache. Your head, you have severe headache. The next one, cholera can be caused by drinking unsafe water. So you can get cholera. Typhoid fever can be caused by drinking unsafe water. So typhoid fever, you get typhoid fever if you drink water that is not clean. Number 7, dysentery can be caused by drinking unsafe water. So dysentery is another waterborne disease. So these 3 waterborne diseases, if you use unsafe water or dirty water, that is what is going to happen to you. So drinking pure or clean water is good for our health. It makes us healthy and strong to perform our daily activities. So let's say you have used dirty or unsafe water. You have stomach ache, you are vomiting, you have diarrhea, your head is aching you. Can you go to work? Can you go to school? you'll be in the classroom and then every 5 minutes you vomit. Every 5 minutes you'll be rushing to the washroom. Every 5 minutes you'll be complaining of stomach ache. So if these things happen to you, it cannot work. That is why we need to protect ourselves. Okay, or we need to do the right thing. Drink water that is safe. Okay. Why must we treat contaminated water? So why must we treat contaminated water? One, treating contaminated water make it clean and safe. So if you treat contaminated water, it becomes clean and safe. So if you use clean water, if you use safe water, we will not be victim to these things. We will not fall sick. We will not get these diseases. So we need to treat contaminated water so that the water becomes clean and safe. Two, treating contaminated water removes solid and all impurities from the water. So if you treat the water, the solid and other impurities, other unwholesome things that are part of the water will be removed. The next one is that it kills germs. So if you treat water, all the germs in it will be killed. Four, odor is removed from the water when treated. So if you treat water, the scent in it will be removed. Today we have learned about water. Water is an essential resource. We need it every day. Without water, life will be difficult for living things, including human beings. But here, human beings are special because if you drink water that is polluted, you will get waterborne diseases. And waterborne diseases, we have seen example: dysentery, cholera, diarrhea, typhoid fever, E. coli, and the rest. We have seen where we get water from, that is sources of water. We have also seen things about clean water. I mean, qualities of good drinking water. We have seen how to treat water that is contaminated, how to make it clean. We have seen dangers that can happen if we drink or use water that is contaminated. And we have also seen why you must treat water before we use it. So these are the things that we have learned today. Take your time, read the book, scan the QR code, watch the lesson or watch the video again. If you still have questions, your teachers, your parents are there, they will help you. You can also WhatsApp the number here for any assistance that you need. We will make sure we respond to your questions. Okay, so we are bringing our lesson to a close, but before that, let me show you the exercises. So we have exercise 1 here. We have exercise 2 here, exercise 3, exercise 4, exercise 5, home assignment 1, home assignment 2. So these are the things that I want you to do. You have home assignment 2 and then exercises. So take your time and do them. I've told that apart from science, we have Asante tree, we have a Kwapim tree. The books are available. If you need copies, call, we'll supply you. If it is science that you want, call the number, we'll make sure you get copies. One thing about our science book I've told you is that the textbook comes with video lesson. So you have access to the content, the video content of it, and then the test is also there. So you read, after that you watch the lesson, or you can watch the lesson after that you read, and you understand everything. That is what we do, Kokromoti. That is what we do. So tell your friends that we are on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. The name is Kokromoti series. Go there, search for these videos and watch them. After watching them, share the link, subscribe, and then like. Let us grow together so that we will all become wonderful people in future. My name is Paul Sofori. Thanks so much for your time. Bye bye.